Okay, round 2 we go. It seems like Hermit has been banned, but our toy merchant will be coming out from the... What's this? This is Lakeside. Toy merchant coming out from Lakeside Village isn't too bad, but... Well, but I guess if you get the toy merchant, well, I mean, considering that Seer and I mean, this is probably a knight coming from 7. Seer and entomologist ban. I can only really see it as a as a knight in general. But overall here, as we can see as well, Acrobat and Barmaid is going to become the next 2 bans for 7 right here. Last ban should be coming in pretty darn soon as well. It's just with the Mercenary ban, we probably will be seeing a First Officer pick. First Officer, yeah, First Officer does get countered by Knight quite a bit. But also First Officer can counter Knight as well when it comes to chair rescues in general. Even if First Officer gets to pop, as long as First Officer doesn't get a terror shock, that's really all what it matters for the survivor side right now. And then with the survivor change we go, it'll be an Antiquarian on Mount M. Drop will be the toy merchant, Sans will be the first officer, and Libao will become... What's that? That is the patient. Not bad overall. 7 side, I'm assuming a Naiad. I can't see anyone else aside from a Naiad by this point with all those bans right now, and it does seem like the survivors are chosen to counter the Naiad. If not, I wouldn't know how it goes, because like patient pulls out away, flies in air, no moisture. Antiquarian is just Antiquarian, and then you'll have a toy merchant who can fly in the air as well, and then have no moisture. The easy chase, the hashtag quote unquote easy chase, probably is the first officer only if you can land the patrol on first officer and get first officer down immediately. But of course from 7 side, it seems like we'll be coming out with a Geisha instead. It's not bad, I guess, considering the fact that toy merchant does get countered by Geisha quite darn hard. But it's also with the fact that this team comp also does counter Geisha overall as well. I mean, with patience in general, I think if you just hold on to your hook and then walk backwards, Geisha can't really dash on you anyways, right? And then Geisha coming out simply just means that probably is going to get Cypher rushed. You know what, they're probably gonna get Cypher rushed by this team. They probably will. Onto the area selection we go. Let's see where they all spawn. Oh my lord, Lakeside Village is more colorful than I thought it would be, honestly, considering how turquoise the map is. No, not turquoise. How like light blue and light green the map is. This is more colorful than I thought. But it does seem like we will be having a Antiquarian in Shack, toy merchant in near middle. No, where's that? Is that big boat? Oh wait, is that big boat? That has been turned. No, that's big boat. That's small boat, yeah. Seems like toy merchant will be near small boat. We'll have our first officer in middle, and of course the patient will be inside. What's that area called? The big boat. Yeah, the big boat. Geisha spawning by the windmill right there. The middle windmill, let's say. Geisha spawning by the middle windmill. Not bad, I guess. But overall, I think it's gonna be a bit harder for Geisha to scout for anyone, considering the fact that everyone spawns so far away. But of course, this is going to be not WBG. This is going to be FPX.ZQ versus, I forgot the opponent's teams for some odd reason because my brain just died. Let's see, versus FAF for our game 2 first half. Okay, on to the match we go. Let's see. Drop already placing out a catapult. Probably will be flying immediately right here just to pull as much distance as way. But it doesn't seem like 7 saw where the toy merchant went. That's a little bit unfortunate of a situation right there. We also do see that Sans is in the middle trying to give tinnitus. But thankfully 7 did see where the catapult has been placed down. So at least for 7, he knows that the toy merchant has already flown away. And then with 7 persona pick, it'll be a trump card attention with a impulsive, mischievous, and 1 stack of berserker here, as we can see, alongside with bye bye persona trait. And then toy merchant crouching near the broken shack right here, as we can see, near the 1 pallet. But it seems like Geisha cannot find where the toy merchant is as well. sadly, but it doesn't seem like 7 wants to get rid of that. It's a little bit unfortunate right there, but this should allow Drop being able to dodge that hit right there, which is very nicely done. The impulsive didn't really come in clutch sadly for the Geisha, but for our toy merchant right here, at least she can rotate in between these pallets and then a little bit more closer. Wow, that's like 2 loops on that pallet. Decides to drop that pallet down immediately, gets a blink hit instead. That blink hit wasn't necessary for Drop at all in all honesty, because now as we can see here, at least he cut it a butterfly down. At least toy merchant did manage to cut the butterfly down right there. Drop still holding, no, not holding on towards it anymore. Wants to play a little bit of a pallet mind game here, as we can see. Gets the butterfly out, but flied a little bit too far out in all honesty, which was why he didn't get the hit. And then we also see that Antiquarian is the first to finish the cipher, and of course Drop currently walking backwards, looking at where the Geisha is. A flywheel immediately coming out. Sadly, Geisha was able to dash straight towards the toy merchant because of that. A little bit unfortunate once again, but it is what it is at the end of the day. We do have 2.5 ciphers done, and we do see that Moem is already coming in for overtime work. Oh, misses the hit right there, but also baiting out the flywheel, which is very nicely done by 7. Very, very nicely done by 7. Now then, getting the butterfly out there immediately, but Sally got a hit. Geisha got a hit through the pallet. Got a hit through the pallet right there from the toy merchant. It's a little bit unfortunate, but I don't think toy merchant can afford to come into harass anymore. It does seem like 7 wants to land the hit on first officer, so she can immediately butterfly back. But this doesn't seem like that will be possible anymore. Now the first officer has stalled quite a lot of time right here, as we do see as well, landing a normal hit right there. That was a 49% rescue, but Drop will get a pushback on the staff right there, and it's the second one, and both of them will be flying away. Moem seems like he's gonna start working overtime now, overtime. Once again, the staff is currently on cooldown, but 7 has to get rid of the Antiquarian first though, because if she doesn't get rid of Antiquarian first, we're gonna see more disarms, more pushbacks, more slows, which is gonna hurt the Geisha quite a bit. Now then, seeing where Drop is, it didn't fly out for that one. That was very unfortunate. And then now, of course, if we do see here as well, yeah, the Antiquarian is just gonna stay behind Moem at all times. No, the Antiquarian is just gonna stay behind Drop all time right, and then they're getting a stun right there and a slow. The next one will be coming in soon here as well. It does seem like Antiquarian has 3 more staffs left. Then it jumps over here immediately. Sadly, didn't get a hit over the window. If that managed to hit, then it definitely could have been a basement chair. But it seems like Geisha did panic there a little bit. We saw that Geisha threw an extra butterfly out, even though there was already in a butterfly out. And of course Moem, another staff coming in for a disarm and for a stun. It's really unlucky. It honestly is really unlucky for 7 right here. 7 did a really good job, but Antiquarian is just hurt so much. Threw the butterfly out a little bit too far out. Seems like his hand slipped a little bit right there. For the Geisha right here, didn't get over the window here as well, and there is a flywheel ready. I think there is still a catapult there as well. Did not manage to destroy that, and there's still 7 seconds left until the next. Still 7 seconds left until the next butterfly, and there is still blink. But if you do decide to use blink, then both exit gates will be opened right here. So 7, okay, didn't manage to catch the butterfly right there from Drop side. It didn't seem like you can cancel the dash, even though if you look back, that gate is open though. And then we do see the first officer with a stopwatch, which doesn't seem like Drop can get up anytime soon. So let's congratulate the 3-man escape for FPX.ZQ, moving on towards second half. Okay, let's see, from ZQ side we'll be seeing the first 2 bands on an entomologist and a seer again. Now yet question mark? Wax artist probably. If it's an ento band, then it definitely should be a wax artist, cause entomologist beast swarm movement speed buff is definitely faster than Antiquarian swing. So getting the entomologist out wouldn't be too bad. Alongside with this team as well, D has to be able to get a tie, and the survivor needs a 3-man out against a wax artist. They need to keep in mind with the wax artist now here as well, which is a little bit of an unfortunate situation for FAF side, because they need to be careful of a wax artist. They also need to be careful of, you know, maybe if a Paloon does come out from D, and then there's also the chances of, you know, a Naiad or even a Sculptor. So there's quite a lot on D's hand right now. But also for guaranteed ties in general, BQ, I definitely do see where BQ comes in when it comes to, like, you know, banning an entomologist, but it seems like we're gonna go with a forward and a toy merchant coming out immediately from FAF. Doesn't seem like they wanted to opt out for female dancer, neither did it seem like they wanted to opt out for an Antiquarian first, allowing the forward to come out. But forward now can forward is not a, like, most forwards we've seen right now either bring flywheel or a double speed boost, right? Because there's no pallet speed boost anymore, so forward can't use a pallet speed boost and then reduce his ball usage for him to stun the hunter for a bit longer, which is why, like, forward usually has to use his balls when it comes to harass. They usually use it with like a container type persona, but if it's a forward with a tide, then this forward needs to be able to do a long stun on the, you know, on the hunter when they come in to rescue, or even a mid-kite stun. But prisoner coming out there probably isn't bad. D banning the female dancer and the mechanic right there, it's not too bad overall, I guess. Getting the mechanic out of the way definitely is a very good idea. But once again, psychologists coming out, it seems like they want to go for a remote heal team, just with the fact that so forward can keep harassing regardless of what happens. So this forward definitely will not be bringing a tide. I guess similar to last game as well, it will be the toy merchant who has a tide. But I guess it definitely could have been a tie for the FAF survivor side if toy merchant has sticker, which usually toy merchants bring flywheel, right? So then, like, with flywheel persona trait, there definitely would be sticker, but sadly if there's no sticker you don't actually crawl faster, which Nanzi, yes, his like, you know, his positioning there in general. But moment that the dungeon opened during the attack recovery by Bonbon, it should have been more than enough for him to crawl in. But sadly it doesn't seem the case for last game, and for this game the survivors have a lot of pressure to aim for a 3-man escape. Overall it seems like we'll be having a wax artist coming out against a wax artist coming out with D from D. I mean, it's kind of expected. To be fair with you, it's kind of expected, but it seems like it seems really hard for the survivors to win for me right now. The prisoner came out was definitely a very desperate pick. It's definitely a desperate fight because they need to get the tie first done. They know this as well. And of course, even if you do get the prisoner out, you're just gonna have someone who chases after the prisoner first. Now then, we did see the toy merchant and the psychologist did change positions right there, but Lockstar is here, as we can see, bidding on the prisoner spawning inside Big Bull. But little did he know, prisoner is actually the furthest one away. Maybe D will not chase the prisoner instead, which is what I think. Maybe D will not chase the prisoner instead. So that will be something that's very interesting to see, I guess. Overall it shouldn't be too bad. Overall for D here, it shouldn't be too bad. Psychologist can definitely rotate around the triple pallets in middle, and then having forward assist as well wouldn't be too bad. But forward needs to be very careful here as well, because if you use too much balls then he wouldn't be able to contain himself. And if Wax Artist manages to land a hit on forward and decides to change targets for forward instead, it's gonna hurt forward quite a bit. But anyways, onto the game we go. This is FPX.ZQ versus, oh, I forgot their team name again, but moving on to your second half. Now then, moving on to the game, as we can see here, coming out with a Wax Artist, it seems like Psychologist would become first chase here, but if Psycho wants to rotate in towards big, but it's not that much of a great idea because of the fact that it's really easy to land walks right here, as we can see as well. Already at 70% walks. Thankfully, the obstacles there were able to negate some of the walks that was going to come on Psychologist side. But Psycho here being at 88% walks, 96% walks, only once more walks remaining onto her Psychologist for her to be stunned. But it seems like it'll be an immediate jump coming right here from the Psychologist side. I mean, there's not even much they can do, but oof, that's a 100% walks landed on the Psychologist. Jumping down here once again immediately. It does seem like Psycho wants to rotate here a little bit, but also for a D side, he needs to be very careful with how he's going to play this one out, because Psychologist still does have stress level, so we're just waiting for stress level to go down, and of course landing a 100% walks right there as well. Played it very safe. That was a 70-second containment, so that was not enough, sadly. It is what it is at the end of the day when it comes with, you know, like a walks artist and a psychologist chase. It's very hard for Psychologist overall when it comes to a walks artist, but it seems like we're gonna come up here with a jump. But Toy Merchant did bring Flywheel for this one though, and the forward decided to go for forward deciding to go for the Tide. It seems like forward most likely will be acting as a bodyguard for this one right now. And then let's see, Psychologist, Flywheels come out very nicely done right there. Getting blink out here immediately, but it seems like forward are ready to pull the ball there. Wow, whoa, 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 whoa. You know what? That ball pull was insane. That ball pull was insane because it was just the exact timing in which D was about to end his attack no hit animation right there, and just when Blink came out as well. But for forward here, he needs to land another stone right here, which you can see is 50 walks on the forward. D is already shooting up there as well because he knows that Psychologist can't play too risky right here, and they do know that they need to get as much ciphers done as possible. And then still with 1/3 of a ball remaining right here, forward still needs to be able to escort not the Toy Merchant, the Psychologist out, but it seems like he wants to change targets right here for the forward. Is there a chance for them to change the game? I don't know, it's really hard. They're still missing one cipher out there, and it does seem like Prisoner is trying to get the cipher open right now. If Toy Merchant can come in sneakily, then that would have been the better choice, but we don't know where Toy Merchant's last catapult is. Toy Merchant is currently missing one more catapult. Here, as we can see as well, Nanzi on 48, but wait, jumping down there was not that much of a good choice though. You could have just kept walking straight regardless of what happens, but a hot wax here, landing the hit immediately, and it does seem like it'll become a fail rescue from Nanzi's side. It's a little bit unfortunate, especially against a phase 2 wax artist. There was no catapult there, sadly, to allow the Toy Merchant to jump up. Where was Toy Merchant's last catapult placed, I wonder? But here, as we can see as well, trying to Toy Merchant immediately, we do see that Prisoner wants to rotate towards the forward, but it does seem like he should be able to do so, jumping up right there immediately. D also does see this as well, should be able to get the rescue by 90% of chair progress. Does see where the forward is. Forward still has like less than a quarter of his balls left, which isn't too bad, but it's not enough. Now, honestly, it's not enough for the last cipher to be done, considering the fact that they're still missing 50% of a cipher progress, and of course everyone was forced to move around the map, one to rescue forward and the other one to rescue the Toy Merchant. AC wants to protect this guy though. AC wants to protect the forward though. It's going to be a little bit hard considering Hot Wax is also already out and there's no flywheel. Yeah, a bit of an unfortunate situation right there, and the electrocution didn't really land on our wax artist right here, as we can see. Oh, there is the last. I see now. There is the last catapult, but of course, this. No, it's this guy's second time on chair, and then getting that over, which is really nice. But the moment that this becomes one, oh no, it's okay for now. Hot wax, no, Hot Wax is not ready, just not ready yet. D should be able to make the hit here. Oh, barely. Okay, makes the hit here. The cipher is not primed. I mean, it is primed, but no one's there to prime it. Then they're locking the cipher once again, picks it up, and will be an immediate drop down towards the cipher, sadly. Oh, let's see. does seem like the psychologist will be chaired right here. The problem really is the cipher now. At the end of the day, we're missing the cipher is going to be continuously locked, and prisoner needs to make a connection towards the cipher, but sadly it doesn't seem like connection cooldown is down just yet. Prisoner is a 1 chip down. Wait, no, we're getting, wait, what? Connected to the wrong cipher. Prisoner, he definitely could have popped, but the cipher was not connected to the corner cipher at double 11 right there. That's a bit unfortunate, and a missed comm right there, but psychologist is very dangerous here, as we can see as well. Psycho is a 1-hit down. Prisoner is also a 1-hit down, but at least Psycho is dead on chair, that's the difference. Picks up the prisoner right here. 5 seconds left until the blob wax comes out. They need to be very careful, very careful right here. I think this last cipher will be locked forever. Oh, there you go. Whoop, there you go. And even if Toy Merchant comes in for a rescue, it's already a win for D, sadly, because the moment that the psychologist is chaired is the moment that it's a guaranteed tie game for D right here. Now then, landing some electrocution there wouldn't really change much, because there'll be an immediate hit down right here. And of course, once again, another 4-man elimination made by FPX.ZQ D. Picks up the, oh wait, I'm gonna excuse me, picks up the prisoner right there, change the prisoner, and of course psychologist using up self-heal right there. Probably, oh wait, they managed to open it. Oh, you know what, them being able to open it, you know what, it's still good, you know what, it's good, it's better than last game anyways. But it seems like there will be no flywheel coming out to take that catapult, sadly, and psychologist will be slugged right here. We'll just end it here because it's just gonna be a end game slug. There's no point in seeing this anymore, because you know ZQ won. They won round 2 as well. It was a 3-man survivor escape and now a 4-man survivor elimination. So yeah, I will move on to COA versus MRC.